Let's just go.
Merry Christmas.
The first of 6, guys.
What's the button? Oh, hang on, it's like it's going to come out again. Right, hang on.
Cut!
Just hold the spatula and pretend.
Oh, our first Christmas casualty of the season. And this. Jesus Christ. And we tried the one-handed crack. Right. But, brilliant. I think I do. Santa, what you want for Christmas? A new hair. We're there.
There we are.
Thank you. Our vision.
Here we are.
Are we ready to get festive?
We're ready to get festive.
Excellent. Here we go. Hello everybody, how you doing? I hope you're all doing really well. Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, I've got this chat with me. Hello, you all know who this is. There's been plenty of introduction. This is Ewan, Mr. Carrington, fellow YouTuber, creative, awesome guy. We've got our Christmas goggles. Are these Christmas goggles?
Christmas goggles.
Christmas goggles. We are in festive mode. We've literally got everything set up for today's video, which is going to be a festive Christmas Yule Log with a 1970s twist with some sour cherries in the middle. It's going to be like chocolate gâteau. I love it. I love it. I'm very excited. There's going to be loads of Christmas content coming soon, guys. So if you do want to check out more of Ewan, please do. I'm going to be linking his channel down below. If you also want to check out a festive video we filmed on Ewan's channel, we are going to be DIYing some Christmas jumpers. I'm very excited.
Glue guns at the ready.
Glue guns at the ready, and not a broken one. If those of you who watch Ewan's channel, you will know. We've also got our festive aprons on, as you can tell. I don't know if we can keep these on the wall.
Sure.
Oh. Our first Christmas casualty of the season. If you want to bake along at home, the whole recipe is going to be linked down below. Oh god, I'm losing it here. It's going to be linked down below. Also, if this does go horribly wrong, I haven't made this since I was in GCSE food technology, which was nearly, oh god, 7.
Slippers just come off.
Oh god, I haven't made this recipe since I was in GCSE food technology, so if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, but I can't imagine it will.
Should we just start baking?
Let's start baking. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
We're ready. What have we got here?
A baking tin. Hooray. You will need, for this recipe, a baking tin. I would recommend one that has a fairly deep, what's that, depth? Deep depth.
Yes.
I think something that's fairly deep and is flat. It has to be flat, no beveled edges, otherwise you'll get a weird Swiss roll / Yule log. And all I've done to this is just lightly grease it and put some bacon parchment in it, and that just helps it turn out once it's baked. That's literally, that is your only prep you need to do. In terms of equipment, you are going to need an electric whisk. Oh, Jesus Christ. And 2 spatulas, a big one and a little one. Electric whisk, you might be like, do I need one? Trust me, for this recipe, guys, you really do. I want a sieve, my nifty sieve. Thanks, sir. You're very good.
And a bowl.
Very good. And a bowl, yes, a bowl to whisk everything with. And that's it. I'm not going to be running through the ingredients, as I know some of you just said it's just easy to list them down below. So everything you need is going to be down below in grams, converted into metric or cups if you need to. Right, should we go?
Yes, go.
Let's go! In a large bowl, which we have here, make sure it's nice and clean. You don't want any grease in here because this is a fatless sponge. It's got no butter. All you need... You seem to think we need flour, but we don't. Take another guess. Eggs. Yes. Right. Yeah. So we need 3 large free-range eggs, and they just need to be cracked directly into the bowl. I'm trusting you, and he's a very good egg cracker.
I'm not going to try the one-handed with you popping it.
I will link down below the video we filmed where we made a autumnal bundt cake and we tried the one-handed crack. That sounds very wrong. Merry Christmas.
Oi, get the eggnog on the go. Is that shell in there?
No, I think that's just the... Okay, so now you have your 3 eggs in here. What you're going to need to do is whisk this on a very high speed for around 8 minutes. If you do hairdryer already.
That's a fan, sorry.
If you do have a stand mixer free that does allow you to do it, absolutely go for it. It's 8 minutes worth of whisking, so you might get a bit bored. But with 2 of us here, we can divide it up. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Bake at the ready. High speed. And bake this for around 8 minutes. Okay, so I whisked the eggs and the sugar together, and I spooned the sugar in about a tablespoon at a time and just kept on whisking and whisking, and what you want is a nice, thick, creamy consistency. Don't faff around with this too much, otherwise the air will obviously go out of it. Baking powder is the only thing making this rise, so you need to be nice and gentle. Then all you need to do now is fold in some cocoa powder, some plain flour, and some baking powder, and stir it through nice and gently. After you, sir.
Here we are.
After you. Fantastic. Amazing. I would recommend sticking this in, guys, because yes, you can do. And then go for that. Wonderful, thank you. And then if you could grab the bacon powder as well, it's just in that little glass Remington dream. And the last thing is the baking powder. Perfect. Just making sure all of that is nicely sieved in. I'm dreaming of the white.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just hold the spatula and pretend.
Bing Crosby who? It was Bing Crosby, wasn't it? Was it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go for around a figure of 8 motion, nice and careful.
Ooh,
yeah.
Should we show?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Look at that.
Amazing. So nice and gently, perfect. So yeah, just making sure you're scraping the sides, nice and... There we are.
Get it all
also,
in. Yeah.
If you do have a metal spoon, I would recommend using that. It just helps cut through the batter easily, but a rubber spatula is just as good. Plus it helps keep the sides nice and clean. You could add a little bit of booze in this as well if you're feeling a little bit cheeky.
Oi, oi.
A bit of kirsch if you really want to 70s it up, could be nice.
Yes.
Or you could add some brandy into the cream, that could be good. A little bit of amaretto on cherry, like a little bakewell, that's nice.
Lovely.
I feel like that you could just go to town on this really, guys. Any chance to slip a little bit of booze in my bakes, I'm always there.
Oh yeah.
We're there.
The bottom of the bowl looks clean when the spatula goes through.
Exactly.
No powder down there.
That's
yeah,
looking
that's good.
pretty spot on. So you want to literally that's the sponge done. I want to grab your baking tin from earlier, and like I said, do grease this and line it with parchment, but don't grease the parchment. Just leave it as it is, and all you need to do is tip it in from a low height, just so you don't knock out the air. Perfect. And because this
Should I
is
start here and work back, or
just go for it, because what we're going to do, I was about to say, what we're going to do next is just spread it into the corners to make sure you get a nice flat Yule log. So it doesn't matter at this stage, just as long as it's in the tin, mate, you're doing a grand job.
well,
How good does
we
it
can
smell?
try. It smells amazing.
Doesn't it? You might have to go away from camera just to get the last little bit, because I'm trying to hold this up for you, and also you, and it's like, Give me 2 seconds. I'm close to the camera just to show that. So I've just used the back of the spatula and just smooth this over. Obviously, once it's in the oven, it will actually rise, so don't worry too much if you haven't got it perfectly even, but you are looking for something that is relatively smooth. So that's perfect. So that's going to go into a preheated oven at 180 degrees for around 10 minutes. I'd check it after around 8. You don't want it to burn. You want it to still be nice and spongy, but cooked through. So it's got to go in the oven now. So while your Yule log is baking in the oven, you have a 10-minute window to try and prep your frosting. So it's a really good idea to get a piece of parchment paper, which I've just done here. Some people, when you make the traditional Swiss roll, cover this in caster sugar, so when it's hot it absorbs the sugar, so you get that nice little crusted edge.
Nice.
But with this Yule log, we are actually going to frost it, so we don't need to do that. So just grab a piece of parchment paper and set it aside. And do set a timer. Do always set a timer. So, in a heat-proof bowl, you need to add 140 grams of dark chocolate. Use a really high cocoa solid dark chocolate because it just really intensifies that chocolate flavour. And then you want to add 50 grams of unsalted butter in there. And then that needs to just sit on a pan with some water, and I'm going to put some water in, and just melt that together until it's nice and chocolatey. And then you take it off of the heat, add a tablespoon of golden caster sugar, no, add a tablespoon of golden syrup, and then you're good to go. So as you just saw, I rolled up the Swiss roll. It's better to do it when it's warm, and I also put a crack down the end of it. It just really helps keep it nice and tight once it's got the filling in, otherwise it's more of a Swiss fold.
Oh, we don't want
Swiss
that.
fold, we want a Swiss roll, Yule log. Okay, so while that's cooling, you want it to be completely stone cold, otherwise the minute you put your cream in there, it's just gonna go. I've had the ham before. We're gonna do a little bit of prep. So I've just melted some chocolate together with some butter. Ewan's got some black cherries. Maraschino cherries are really good as well.
Oh
really
yeah,
sweet ones.
love
I'm
those.
just gonna chop those up nice and finely, and we're gonna scatter them in with the cream. And then I'm gonna bring you over, and we've got the melted chocolate and butter. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of golden syrup, whisk in some icing sugar, and that's your frosting done. So come on over. Okay, so we have whipped the double cream, which is here. I haven't added anything to this, literally just freshly whipped double cream, which is perfect. Then In this bowl we have the chocolate frosting mixture, which is absolutely brilliant. It's not looking too appetizing now, but once it's on the cake, it'll be... Oh God, that smells so good, doesn't it? Eunice very kindly chopped some cherries that were in some syrup, and they're literally ready to go inside. And this, this is our Swiss roll that has just came out of the oven, rolled and now completely cooled. And now what you do is literally just sandwich it together, decorate it, and we're good to go.
I'm nervous.
I'm excited. This is the easy part.
Is it?
Yeah. There we are.
Wow.
Okay, we have one festive Yule log. I think that looks amazing to you.
Oh my goodness.
Are you excited to dig in?
I'm so impressed.
Thank you.
It makes such a good, just like a centerpiece on a Christmas table.
I agree. I think it's just such a good thing to do ahead of time and then just leave it and you should just leave it do its thing. All I did was just rolled it up with the cream and the cherries, put the ganache on and got a fork and just dragged it through just to make it look a bit more like bark. And then literally just topped it off with a bit of fake holly.
Very cool.
Should we dig in?
Yeah.
Amazing. We should have.
Let's have a look.
Oh,
Look
there
at
we
that.
go. Hello, have you got it?
Yes.
Dream.
How about that?
Full of freshly whipped cream and cherries. You grab your fork, mate.
Thank you.
Got it? Should we dig in?
Yeah. Happy Yule log tide.
Oh my god. I've got it. I think, do you know what?
Oh, the cherries.
Yeah, nice little touch.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
That is so naughty. It's a thing of joy.
Amazing.
Yule tide joy.
So that's it guys, that is how to make a very, very easy, straightforward, festive Yule log. If you do want to make the recipe at home, it would be amazing if you could tag me in any pictures. My handles are at Catleugh and at Catleugh Eats. Also tag Ewan because he always loves to see them too.
Mr. Carrington.
There we
Mr.
go.
Carrington.
You're beating me to it. I'll leave all of our handles.
Got long enough, bro.
Also check out Ewan's channel as well. We've filmed a festive video over on his channel. We're going to be doing some DIY Christmas jumpers. It's going to get very festive. We're going to have some more Yule log. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There's going to be so much festive content coming on my channel and Ewan's. Tick the notification bell, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys very soon. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.
Bye. I had my finger in the bowl.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. How's it taste?
Good.